All right, we got an early morning breakfast at Spanish today, and we have a guest, James, who I've barely met. But I think what James is doing is flying a gyrocopter, open cockpit, around the planet. He was over Russia. Now he's in Utah, and we're gonna have some breakfast. Hey, Jason.
This is the hour, the darkest place. Dante's Inferno, the devil's maze. It's a good world going bad.
Basically, what I'm doing is I'm flying a gyrocopter around the world. The mission is to try and inspire 1 million young kids to pursue their own goals and dreams. Basically, I do a lot of work with kids, speaking schools and stuff. So the route took me from my home airfield, which is Popham, in a little place called Basingstoke, which is just outside of London, southwest of London. Flew across the channel.
Time to find Google.
Yeah, Google it. It's a nice place, not too bad. Flew into France, Germany, and then from there I went up into Poland, over to Lithuania, Estonia, and then I entered Russia and flew the whole way across Russia. It was crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like in a gyrocopter.
Yeah.
No, and you guys know what a gyrocopter is, but this isn't the closed cabin, have your heater gyrocopter.
Nah, this is the real gyro.
This is the real deal. You're smashing bugs on the front of the visor right there. Yeah,
No.
you're out in the weather this whole time.
One of the reasons why I chose an open cockpit gyro is I have to fly over a fair bit of water. I'm going to be going back across the Atlantic Ocean in a couple of months after I've gone through America. And if you were ever unlucky enough for the thing to go down in water, you'll struggle to get out of a closed cockpit. So also, it's easier to get out of in an emergency, and also a lot of the flying I'm doing is in hot weather. Sure, Siberia and Bering Straits and Alaska was cold, but you wear the right stuff. I'd say probably 70% of my flying now is hot.
Yeah,
so it's
you were
quite
in
nice.
Vegas yesterday.
It was savage down there, savage. I flew at 8,000 feet just to cool down.
Well, yesterday we knew James was coming. We're excited to see him and be part of this journey across all the way around the world.
Yeah.
And so we knew James was coming, and I pulled up on the ramp. He sent me a text and says, "I'm here. It's a little hot. I'm on the ramp." I pulled up on the ramp. You looked like you were dead.
Yeah.
I mean, you had...
Well, it was quite a long flight. I think it was about 4 hours up here.
Trashed.
Yeah.
Are you like 80 miles an hour?
Yeah, about that, yeah. It started off really smooth. I climbed out of Las Vegas, beautiful still air. It was like the aircraft was flying on rails. But then about an hour out from here, it started to get quite turbulent, was bumpy.
You're getting up in the mountains here.
I had to just back the speed off a little bit and just ride through it. It's no real problem. But yeah, I was quite tired when I arrived. I hadn't anything to eat, and it was boiling hot. I was dehydrated.
This is your first time in Utah, James?
In Utah, yeah. I've cycled across America twice.
Oh, wow.
So I've seen a lot of
gosh.
America, but I've never visited every state. And if I was to fly from the West Coast back to the East Coast, just direct, I would then arrive home short of mileage. If you want to say you've circumnavigated the globe, you have to do a certain amount of mileage.
What's the mileage?
19,400 nautical miles.
19,000 nautical miles in a gyrocopter.
19,400. However, that's
the last 400 that takes so long.
You know, to stop at 19,000 and be 400 short, that's, like swimming 90% of the way across the river and turning around and going back.
I'm actually going to fly 22,000 nautical nautical miles because I don't want any discrepancy.
Oh my gosh.
So to adhere to the FAI, the records people, you have to do things in a certain way. So that's all I'm doing. And so I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll visit every state. That'll be amazing.